But I mean, in a game that is all about breeding horses, you would think that, you know, there would be some sort of genetic element to it. But nope.
Genetics is hard to code.
I mean, hell, especially
Really
considering
hard,
that
though.
these
It's
these
actually
horses.
really easy.
I mean, hell, these horses even literally have elements in them. So putting something in with genetic elements and shit for the breeding would be, yeah, could be pretty fun.
Yeah, I mean, just unlock like the steam horse by breeding a fire steed and ice steed. I mean, it writes itself.
I know.
Yeah.
Like, you could make all kinds of crazy shit like that. But nope,
Effort.
can't have that.
I figure the target audience for this game will just see that there's horses and go ahead and buy it right away.
But what I don't understand, though, is that someone who's part of that, you know, created target demographic of teehee 9-year-old girl that likes horses. Yeah.
Junior equestrians.
Yeah, exactly. They would never play this game past the first hour because it is so boring. And it doesn't actually have much to do with horses either. I mean, it's not like you get to enjoy your horses in any way. You know, interact with them. They just sit there and you send them off and they magically disappear and reappear. Or you play the same goddamn minigame over and over and over again.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do with the horses except that, and all in all, there's really just not much to the game except that. Like, it's just a couple of game mechanics put together.
I've seen more fully featured Flash games on Newgrounds.
And they take way less time to play.
I thought that perhaps after a while these courses would be more and more difficult and more steps, but it seems to be pretty much the same thing.
Basically, for every level of your horse past 2, they add some more difficulty. And the reason the arrows are flickering, Chefface, is because we are playing on the good quality level. Because the first time we played the game, we were on Fantastic. Then we had no graphical errors. The second time, I went for the absolute ugliest, and the game looked exactly the same, except it didn't have any grass. And nothing was wrong, but now we're on basically medium quality, and now everything is falling apart.
This is an amazing game.
Yes, it is, for all the wrong reasons. Alright, let's do a run with a level 4 horse, and you'll see that there is actually a slight difficulty difference. If you can call it difference, it's basically as we added an extra arrow to each section. Make sure you don't miss.
Oh dear.
I think I figured out why the game is freaking out with the graphics. You know, the highest difficulty highest setting it has grass, on the lowest it doesn't have grass, but in the middle it doesn't know if it has grass or not, so it freaks the fuck out trying to determine.
Quantum grass physics.
The game was not made for that kind of shit.
I kind of remembered this game because I tried the demo once on Steam because it was there. And it was really, really boring. Yes.
Yeah, actually,
I was really bored.
I don't understand why you would even put out a demo for this game, because, I mean, the demo would contain the entire game.
Yeah.
And I mean, if someone actually got a chance to try out this gameplay, there is no way in hell they would actually put money down for the full version. At least
they have no way of knowing.
Yeah.
Basically.
At least the sprite rendering errors make the flowers on the trees in the background look really neat, because that blue, not supposed to be there.
Oh,
It's
I
all,
thought they would
yeah,
look nice.
It's all graphical artifacting around the white sprites that are meant to be the
Oh.
leaves.
Oh no.
So the game actually sort of looks prettier when it's broken.
I like it.
Yeah. This is some serious high
This is
quality
so
gaming.
sad.
And headbutt. Yeah. Fuck logs. That horse, seriously, what are they made out of?
I wonder if the one who animated these horses actually had seen a horse.
They probably just bought pre-made horse models with pre-made canned animations. It wouldn't surprise me. In the
Let's
case
set
that
them
I
on
am
fire.
wrong, I am terribly sorry, Mr. Animator. But I'm probably not.
Because the back legs, when the horse actually drags something, that's just broken.
Yeah, the first time I saw that I didn't know what to say, because horses' legs don't really work like that. And if they did, they would stop working soon thereafter because they would be horribly broken.
Yes.
But it's a fire horse, you see. They work differently.
They
I'm
don't
sure.
have
It should
bones.
just melt into a little blob and like be like an amoeba or something. Float over the ground.
I'd like to see an amoeba horse.
Seriously, where's
Yes.
my amoeba horse? God damn it.
It's DLC.
Amoeba horse armor DLC.
The Protist Horse DLC pack.
Right, there we go. And now it's obstacle course time.
I've never seen one of those before.
I know, right? And I mean, it's also really telling, just game design-wise, that you have dexterity, but you only actually have one exercise that trains dexterity properly. So you have to do the forest runs at least 3 times. It's just... I don't know. And yeah, there is always room. Always room. We can bring in as many people as you like, basically.
Alright, let's get the whole chat in here.
Everyone, get in here! Haha!
Yep, still got room.
Someone stole my 6 feet golden Buddha.
What?
It's a reference.
I was gonna say, I'm sorry about that.
It's a
I
terrible,
don't-
terrible reference.
Robbie. Who the hell names a horse Robbie? Let me tell you about people who name their horses Robbie. They are terrible, terrible people. From clearly brought up in the lower class, but have somehow managed to travel upwards to the point where their family somehow managed to afford access to a horse that they are allowed to name. Probably some sort of nouveau-riche, probably engaged in IT, perhaps. And the children are complete and utter tossers. And that is why 9-year-old little Kenneth goes, "Let's name the horse Robbie." And the father, who is also named Kenneth, goes, "Well, sure, why not?" And then you have a horse named Robbie that will suffer from depression throughout its entire life.
And that's how
Oh.
civilization came to an end.
Yep. Yep. I do
And
wonder
then
why...
the horse have to star in a terrible game.
Yes. I do like that Frankentan is campaigning for Lupus to join the call, but Lupus hasn't expressed any desire to do so in the stream chat. And yes, Alastor, I am Robbie D. Wolf. Man, if that was my name, holy shit, Robbie D. Wolf. Just say that.
Robbie.
Just say it quickly. Do it. Say it quickly.
Robbie the Wolf?
You will.
Oh, it's so fun to say. People would be saying your name all the time only to be able to say it.
They just shake my hand and say, "Hey, how you doing today, Robbie the Wolf?" And I would just grab them by the lapels and judo toss them to the ground. Then I would pull out my can of whipped cream and I would start spraying them and not stop until I was out.
See,
Then I'd walk
problem
away.
with Arthur is that it doesn't have any nice, impactful, hard consonants. But Robbie fixes that.
I should change my name. Something with more consonants. Something German. Adolf the Wolf.
Oh god.
I
I
don't
don't
know
think there
about
are
that.
any people called that anymore in Germany.
It's one of those
I would
names that
guess
everyone went, yeah.
I have no idea why.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, you know, it's a totally fine name.
Totally.
It's the same thing with those stylish mustaches that
Yeah, I
I used to
know.
see Charlie Chaplin wearing. I don't know.
Yeah, for some reason nobody's wearing them anymore.
Fell out of fashion.
Yeah, that's probably it. Just, you know, nobody wants to wear them anymore.
Right, so anyway, it seems that Lupus did in fact ask to join the call. It's just that I didn't notice it because I was too busy doing other things elsewhere, like playing a video game maybe, I don't know. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing anymore. In any case, shit, Pau, do you have Lupus on Skype so you can invite him to the call, or do I have to...
I can try to do that.
None of us have
I can
lupus.
try to figure out how to do that.
You get on that. And I'll take care of our horses.
Wait, you're playing a game?
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh yeah, right, over
Stream
there.
is still going, believe it or not.
Oh, you're still at that part?
Yeah, the obstacle course still hasn't ended. It's been going with the same horse for 9 hours, as you know.
Huh.
What would be rad, Frankentan? Do tell me, what would be rad? Yes! Yes! That would be the greatest thing, actually. Now, what Frankenstein brings up is a computer-generated animation where basically a group of mathematicians decided that they could figure out the math behind physical movement. So they programmed in the movement pattern of a horse and how its muscles would contract and basically how it would move. And then they set it to simulator mode to see if it would actually replicate the horse's movements. And the result was not quite what they expected. And that short animation that resulted from that is perhaps one of the most hilarious things I have ever seen. Because it works fine for like 2-3 strides, and then on the fourth the front legs start moving a bit, you know, off center, and then the rear legs just start kicking air, and in the end it actually starts doing involuntary backflips with its legs just flailing all over the place. And I wish I could see a real horse do that sometime. It would be great.
Sounds amazing.
It is. Brainamp, I sadly cannot link it right now, as you can understand, but Frankentan should be able to find it.
I think I added him now, but I'm not sure if it worked.
It would appear that Lupus is here, indeed.
Okay, great.
Lupus is here. Lupus is all
It's
around
not saying
us.
anything.
And there we go, Tapam has linked it. Very good. That video is too good to be allowed.
I think something went wrong.
No, it went exactly, perfectly, 100% right is what it did.
How does it float?
through sheer force of will.
Oh, that's an amazing video. Dear, no. No.
I just imagine this horse going, okay, it's going well, oh dear, oh no, oh no.
Co-op horse edition.
What's it they put in
Hey, guys.
code gravity?
Oh hey,
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hi. It's Lupus.
Welcome to
For once.
horses.
for once
This
it
is
is
weird. I
Lucas.
can't hear myself in the Skype, but I hear myself in the.
Why would you
in the
need to?
stream.
Why would you need to hear yourself in the Skype call? That
You can hear
that
yourself
makes
in
that
meat
makes.
space.
I mean
I
that
can't
makes.
hear you guys either.
Oh.
Oh.
Well then, that is a problem. I hop into the options panel because it might be that it's using the wrong output.
Yes, that was exactly what was
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah.
Damn
Because
Skype.
I have quite a bit of experience with that. Such as that time where I spent half a video talking to myself and no one made note of it. I still haven't gotten over that, you freaking assholes. How could you just sit and listen to me for 7 minutes discussing something with an invisible, completely silent person and not bring it up? And then
They
afterwards when I asked, well, we didn't think much of it. Thank you for the vote of confidence, guys!
They are all sadists in the chat. They don't care. They just want to see you play some games.
imagine hearing that from people you thought actually, enjoyed watching your streams. Oh, well, we figured that you're probably insane anyway, so you're talking to yourself for 7 minutes. We barely noticed.
I noticed it.
Really, if I thought that was
Sadly, I watched
happening,
it
I would want it to
afterwards.
go on for as long as possible.
I suppose. It was sort of mean to my guests too, because I mean, shit, no one ever ended up hearing him. That is not okay. See, level 2 horse, have sex with another level 2 horse. Oh, another Bianco. Great. Great. Skeleton
That's
Age.
not a real name.
That was different. That time was different. But hey, at least I actually
That was
uploaded those accordion loops. So if people wanted to hear them without me talking over them, they could.
And it wasn't a loop, he was playing the accordion himself.
Yes, I was actually playing it with my feet, Vickers style. I'm just that good. Alright, we are actually closing in on our next level 5, believe it or not.
Ooh.
We need to train up one level 3, breed it with another level 3, and then level up the resulting level 4. Then we can breed that with the level 4 we're currently training, and then we will have our next level 5. Progress!
It sounds like this will take a while.
It sort of does, yeah.
I think that the fate of
Sometimes,
this
once in a
game.
while, I think maybe you're just doing it wrong, but then I remember the game we're playing. And they're not above it.
I think that the fate of this game stream is now tied to the fate of my foot. My foot won't get better until you finish this stream.
I do my best, damn it. You
I decided to just sit here and draw horses for a while.
Secret of the Magic Crystals fan art, please. FBI, get on it.
Do you want Secret of the Magic Crystal fan art?
Yes, please. That would be amazing.
Oh dear. You don't know what you just have done.
Just put all the horse types dead in a pile with me standing on top of it screaming and wielding a baseball bat covered in the stains of blood.
I am become Arthur,
Right.
destroyer of horses.
And then just says, Secret of the Magic Crystals in sparkly text on top, and then another, beating dead horses.
Secrets of the magic crystal map.
Didn't you say you were working on a game about beating horses in the face?
Yes, the thing is that Sudden Javelin has this thing about horses. He thinks that they look so stupid with their long faces that he once confided in me that everything he wants to do every time he sees a horse is punch it in the face. Just punch it in the snout. So I said that, you know what, why don't I make a game out of that? And then he laughed, and then I actually made the design document, and then I sort of reconnected on that a week or so later and said that I was, you know, gearing up to work on it. And he couldn't believe his ears, so I figured, you know, it's probably worth it.
Yeah, I think some people would actually enjoy that kind of game.
Yep. And we basically brainstormed a bit, and among other things, there will be various weapons you can unlock. Among others, the blunt weapon, which is actually just a big marijuana spliff, like a really big marijuana spliff that you just smack the horse around with.
And please make it has to sound bong every time it does.
Yes.
It sounds like a Newgrounds game, circa like 2001.
Well, mine will actually have horse face deformation. Bro.
Will it have the horse running simulation in it?
No.
Horse face demolition simulation.
And then basically my idea is that the final level is that you basically unleash the Fist of the North Star, and I'm going to make a minute-long animation with soundtrack and everything.
I figured the final level would be the 4 horses of the apocalypse.
But that would make for more horses, though. The entire point of the game is to punch horses.
Yeah, but you can't beat the same horse over and over again, can you?
Yes, you can, because you can always beat a dead horse. No matter how many times.
The horse is dead.
No matter how many times you slay this horse, it will stand up again for you to go back at it.
Poor horse.
There's no such thing as a poor horse. They all deserve it.
They're the most high class of animals.
They are the 1%.
Yes, that they are. Like most of the 1%, they are completely silly and have no ability for rational thought whatsoever.
Yeah, horses have this image of being very graceful and, you know, animals with dignity, but they're really just really stupid.
They're complete morons that will trip over themselves if you let them. I wonder if the... You know, if the arrow keys on my keyboard will actually survive this game. I mean, we're looking at thousands of presses on each one. The keys are going to be all loose by the time we're done. Let's see, Robbie just needs one more training session, then he's done. Excellent. Then we can get rid of that asshole.
As a solution to your keyboard problem, you can you can switch it so the game takes voice commands.
Left, up.
Did you mean to say down?
Right, up. Seriously, every time I've tried to set up Windows for the voice recognition, due to the Windows 7 bug that just has had me struggling with my microphone forever, even if I scream into the mic, it only barely touches the lowest edge of the yellow volume zone. Which means that even if I'm screaming as loudly as I can with the microphone right next to my mouth, Windows won't hear a word I'm saying. Basically, it's like filing a support ticket with Microsoft.
Who does that, anyway?
People who actually believe that the troubleshooting tool does something.
Does any kind of support from Microsoft work?
Not in my experience, no.
If you're a business partner, then it works. Sometimes. It's about a 50-50 chance.
It depends
if
on
you ask
whether or
them
not
really
the
nice and give them some money.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends on whether or not it will give them more money.
Seriously, when I realized you don't actually even have to move the brush to make it work, was probably the point where I realized that this game has no redeeming features.
I used to work in a data center where Microsoft rented server space a while ago, and all their servers got hacked and they blamed us for the incident. Later, they wrote in a paper that, no, it was just some technical difficulty, but truth is they had put the admin password in a TXT file on the desktop.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Was the admin password admin1?
I think it was something like password 123 or...
As we all know, network security is actually less about the network and more about the human element.
Yeah.
Because pretty much every properly equipped computer system is almost impossible to get into until you let one of those fleshy meat bags get close enough to start mucking things up. Do. Yeah.
This game.
So how about them horses? Actually, how about them Ravens? They won the Super Bowl.
I sure did. I could
What?
care less.
I totally cared, bro, because the first time I played Madden 12 for my review of the game, I signed Arthur Wolf up as the quarterback for the Ravens. Or rather, actually, I went through that whole, tutorial section, and then you basically get offers based on how you perform, and the Ravens were the only team that wanted me. And basically, they extended my contract into the 2013 season, but then I put the game down. And so it appears that, hey, guess what? Guess who won the Super Bowl in 2013?
When you weren't there to help them.
My character was totally still there, bro.
Actually, Arthur himself was there in New Orleans.
Oh.
He had to look really close, but yeah, they put him in as a substitution at the last minute.
I was the one who returned that kickoff to a touchdown. I was just wearing an eye shield, so that you wouldn't realize it was me. And as Overfly brings up, yes, the name of the town is not New Orleans, it's New Orleans.
Narlands.
I've actually been in New Orleans, and nobody says it like that unless they're playing it up for the tourists.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn it, I keep getting speeding tickets.
Welcome to the beautiful world of Euro Truck Sim, which is what he's playing, by the way. For all those YouTubers out there.
Wait, people watch this on YouTube?
In real time, bro. No. I've learned, though, from people in the stream chat that the YouTube streaming new streaming ability is apparently absolute shite. And instead of having a chat or any sort of thing like that, it actually uses the YouTube comments.
Yay.
So you get real-time YouTube comments.
That sounds crappy as hell.
I've actually seen that on clips that are newly uploaded. They have real-time comments.
Yeah. Imagine that sort of update speed and that sort of writing during a stream, seriously.
Glol.
Unacceptable!
This might be the worst fan art I have ever drawn.
Still better than the game.
Yep, probably. And I will hold it close to my heart forever. I actually still have that tiny painting you made when you were over. It's standing right here next to me.
Oh, that's heartwarming.
I actually think it's really good. I was impressed. Yeah, I was really impressed by your grasp of using silhouettes, since you had such a limited color palette. I like that painting. It's going to be here forever.
I only have like one color at the moment, which is a red ballpoint pen.
And so all the horses became red, red, red. Much like my eyes at this point. Ugh. Been staring at the same color-shifting background for hours.
Oh, I thought it was because you smoked a lot of weed.
420, refuse drugs every day. But yeah, in that regard, I am probably the most boring person in the world. I don't smoke, I can't drink, I don't do drugs. The closest I get to any sort of chemical intake is that I take a caffeine tablet before I go to the gym. So I guess
you're
like
in Sweden. It's
yeah,
excusable.
then again, Sweden is actually, I think we're in the top 6 of coffee drinkers in the world. Actually, basically the Nordic countries are really, really, really good at drinking coffee. We drink a ludicrous amount of coffee.